Hello and welcome to 360 Sports on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. It's actually a great day in the world of sports right there in Budapest. We're still expecting our first medal in Hungary, in Budapest, precisely where the World Athletics Championship is going on. But so far so good. We have hope that our first medal will definitely come, and where our medal hopefully is will be taken off today. But before we head straight to Budapest, let's start from the home scene where the sports minister, the new sports minister, Senator John Owen Eno, has charged athletes right there in Hungary to go for podium finishes. And to let you know quickly, Nekwechi could not make it in the shot put final as early as of this morning. Nathaniel and Rosemary Chukuma didn't also make the finals, the 100 meters finals for the women, and then the 400 meters hurdle finals for the men. Nathaniel could not make that final. He ran short in the semi-final. For Rosemary Chukuma, also, she did not qualify for the finals. But the sports minister, the new sports minister, has said the athletes right there in Budapest should do all they can to finish on the podium. That is to get medal, whether bronze, silver, and probably gold. That is what he said. And with the charge, I believe all these athletes will do all they can to actually come back with medals. We still have hope in the 100 meters hurdles for women, and then for the relay race for women also, we still have hope there. Then the discus throwers, we still have hope. And joining me on the show this morning is Olawale Peters. Olawale Peters, welcome to 360 Sports. And you heard it, the minister has charged our athletes in Budapest to go for podium finish.
Yeah, good morning, Emmanuel, and thanks for having me. Yeah, it's good to charge. We are not expecting him to say anything more than charging. It's not about charging the athletes to go out there. What did we put in preparation for them to be there? So what do we have in stock for them before, during, and after the competition? However, the good thing we all know is that most of these athletes, they are self-motivated.
Yes, of course.
It's not about what the federal government or what an individual is telling or doing for them that makes them to do what they are doing. So I'm very optimistic. I'm very positive that by today and comes this evening, we'll start getting in our medals, as you rightly said during your opening statement on the show. So it's not all about charging. And that reminds me, our new sport minister, I try as much as possible to went through his profile, and I've not seen him to be someone that have done sport, that really have an in-depth or insight about what sport is all about in this country. So I just hope and I pray that we will not have a situation whereby the predecessor is better than the successor, in the sense that we will not have a situation whereby we'll say, oh, Sunday Dari is far better than that we have currently right now. Because I'll continue saying this, we are not seeing sport or taking sport as a business in this country. Sport has been given this, what will I call it, taken to the background, that they don't really pay attention to it.
No care, as in no attention.
Nothing at all. And we don't really know what we are missing by neglecting this sport that unites us together in this country, that can generate a lot of revenue in this country, that can help to boost our economy in this country. We're not looking at it. I said it here on the show, even during the presidential debate, none of the presidential aspirants spoke about sport or their plan for sport. And the minister is now coming now, I'm charging them. It's not about talking or charging. I'm sure the athletes will go out there, they'll do us proud, the way the Super Falcons did, the way Amusan have been doing, the way a team have been doing, the way a lot of them have been doing, not because of the preparation that we have from the Minister of Sport or the Sport Ministry, but because they have self-determined, self-motivated, they are hungry and they want to make it. I'm very sure this evening we'll have the same thing.
Okay, this evening we'll have the same thing. He has said, even though you guys call me a farmer, I know what sport is all about. I will do all I can to actually put smiles on the faces of Nigeria when it comes to sport. That is the new sports minister, John Eno, or one Eno as he's called, from Cross River. That is the Cross River Central man. He come precisely. But still talking about athletics now, let's head straight to Budapest, where Tobi Amusan will begin her title defense today in the 100 meters hurdle. She will be running in lane 5 alongside we have Megan Tapper of Jamaica, and then we also have other athletes there. We have Mayak Tijan Alim, we have Mitchell Jenek, Yumi Tanaka, Natalia Christofi, Ebony Morinsi, and Nika Klojanik. The race will start this evening precisely, and that is where Tobi Amusan will start her title defense. Now, all eyes, one athlete who is supporting her, Ali of USA, has come out to back Tobi Amusan to defend this title. I'm so surprised for, let me say, an opposition coming out to actually support her. That is to tell you, they know that Tobi Amusan is innocent of the charges from AIU. But we all talked about this, the distraction, the psychological effect of that suspension to Tobi Amusan. But Tobi Amusan is a strong lady from Ogun State.
This is expected. It's expected in the sense that when they see an African athlete progressing, they will have this belief that it's not possible for you to be better than us. Take it or leave it. So they want to do everything possible psychologically to disturb the athlete from attaining that feat. Recall last year, Tobi Amusan started a remarkable feat during the heat period. That was when she set the African best record and her own personal best record of 12.40 seconds. Then after that, he moved on to the final to now set the world record of 12.12 to beat the former record of 12.20 seconds. And what happened after that? They call something that I've never heard of before, wind-assisted race. That it's not possible for her to get the 12.06 to even beat a world record within how many days? So they came with their excuse also again.
So when they assisted, I was even surprised because it beats my imagination. If Tobi Amusan was maybe from America and precisely maybe Jamaica or maybe from Britain, would they have come with a wind-assisted story? That is why I said earlier that when they see an African or especially Nigerian progressing, they want to look for, even if you take Aku, our own local food here, they can look at it and say, Kai, that Aku that you it's a bad substance.
It's a bad substance. There's one chemical inside it that was going to affect you. They will fight. So that's why we have to be very, 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 very careful because we know the people we are dealing with. I'm very confident that she's going to make us proud again this evening, and precisely by 6:12 p.m. this evening, she's going to start the race, and she's starting from lane 5th. So I think she's battle ready, but she don't allow the whole suspension issue to disturb her, to affect her psychologically. She shouldn't allow even opposition that they are praising her. They may be doing for two things: to make her feel too comfortable that, oh, even my opposition, they are uploading me that I'm better than them. So by doing that, you feel what? You feel relaxed. It's like you want to play a match, and the coach of the opposite team is saying, no, I know the result I'm getting. Doing mind games on you. Mind games on you. So she shouldn't allow that. She should continue to be focused, dedicated, committed, and believe me, this evening you'll see the result. Yes, this evening we are going to be seeing Tobi Amusan running from lane 5 in her own heat, where she will begin her title defense of the 100 meters hurdle. We all know what happened to Tobi Amusan after that ban was lifted. It was a cheering news for Tobi Amusan, for Nigerian, for every other person that loves athletics, that loves the hurdles. We actually gave kudos and thumbs up to the World Athletics unit for actually lifting that suspension. But the time the suspension was lifted was very close to the start of the World Athletics Championship right there in Budapest, Hungary. As it is, Tobi Amusan is Hungary, and Hungary will actually serve us better with the gold that is there in the 100 meters hurdle. Okay, let's leave Budapest and come back home right now and talk some sports again. Let's talk some dunking and slamming sports. This time around is also a good news and a cheering news. I think the women are taking the lead, and this time
time. It is the Women's Basketball League, which has been reinstated back to Ondo State. Ondo State was stripped of the hosting right before because of logistics reason, because the council said the sports complex would not be ready on time for the league to start. And after putting some logistics in place, after speeding up work in that complex, now MBBF deemed it fit to give it back to them to actually host it after how many years of no women's basketball league. Thank God, the first phase, the Savannah Conference, is back and is dunking of Tuesday, that is precisely today.
Okay, and I think it's a good development. Yes, it has been long overdue. It's something that we've expected to have happened months, years back. It doesn't happen, but it's never too late to start. What I think they just need right now is to get more partnership, more people to come in as in form of sponsorship, so that it can be well known in the country. Because right now, because of the break that they had for some time, it's just too long that a lot of people will have even lost interest in it. But the good thing is that when it comes to female sporting activities in this country, I think we really need to do a lot to improve, to encourage, and to support them. Not that it's only the male counterpart that will be giving attention to. Because take it or leave it, you said not quite long that it's like they are giving. Not that they are giving, they've given us the joy, the happiness that we deserve.
I want to be a man a bit.
No, you don't need to be money. You don't need to be economical with the truth. The truth is that for the past 2-3 years, tell us what achievements have you gotten
from the
male counterparts. Just tell me one. The World Cup, did you qualify for the World Cup?
No.
Did you qualify? The Olympic that is going on, that will be hosted in Paris.
We are not going there.
Are we going there?
No.
What about the female? What have they done? They've brought in trophy in and out, medals in and out. The World Athletic Championship that we just spoke about. Who's the defending champion?
Tobi Amusan, a woman.
So what are you talking about? So it is high time that you have to give that concentration. You have to give it to them. You have to really support them. And I'm very sure also the competition, when it's starting in Ondo in the next few hours from now, you'll see that a lot of people will come in and give them the necessary support. So we are all encouraged to go out there and watch the ladies doing what they know how to do best.
Yes, and what the ladies doing what they know how to do best. We have about 8 teams that will be taking part. We have the likes of Elephant Guest, which is the team. When we say the Elephant Guest is First Bank, we have Mountain of Fire Miracle Ministries. We have the Sunshine Angels of Akure, that's the host state. We have the IGP Queens of Abuja. We have Dolphins of Port Harcourt. We have Delta Queens. We have Bayelsa Queens. We have First Deepwater Queens, who will be participating in that league precisely for the women. And after this first phase, the final phase will be happening here in Abuja or in Lagos, wherever. Maybe they will go back to Benin to just have the final and the round of phase for the women basketball league, which is actually a good one, where teams will be selected to represent Nigeria in the BAL. That is for the women. And after that, we'll also have the FIBA Africa Club tournament, which will be coming up later in the year. But the good news is that the Women's Basketball League is back up and running, and it will be dunking off in Ondo State today. Few hours from now, we should be expecting a lot of slamming and dunking right there at the Ondo State Sports Complex Hall, where the tournament will actually tip off. And it's a good news that the league is back. Okay, let's leave basketball and go straight to Kebbi State, where the big soccer final actually went down, and one team came back and reclaimed the title they lost to Kada. That is Kada teams of Kaduna last time out. But this time they went, they talked off, they saw, they conquer, and now they have lifted the trophy and collected it back from the Kaduna State team. What a way to go for the Kebbi B soccer team to win this title.
Okay, I think it's a very good one for them. They learned from their mistake from the past competition. past competition, the past season, the reason why they didn't get it. But this time around, I think they really deserve to be there, because if you watch the match from the beginning up to the final stage, they are the favourites to win, to start.
Yes, of course.
They are the favourites to win. They're number 2. And they, apart from Lagos State, I think they also have the amenities, the facilities, the infrastructure.
I'm even surprised. Kebbi,
exactly. So you're looking at a state that there's no sea, nothing, but it's just about development, infrastructure. So that is what they went into. So I'm not surprised. They prepared for it. It's not by chance. It's not by luck. It's by preparation, dedication, and they really got it. And this one will hand them an international outing, because at the end of this competition, they're going to be representing. So that means it is a very...
I think they will play the Africa Beach Club Championship.
Yes, championship. So it's like playing the... Champions League
stages competition,
or the CAF, the Confederation.
And I think they are working towards that, to actually have one of the biggest league when it comes to beach league in Africa, and probably we have a Nigerian who's also in that body, and we hope and pray that they give us a good representation. And congratulations to Kebbi Beach Soccer Team for winning the league this time around. They collected it back from Kada team of Kaduna, who last won it, and they said, we want to reclaim our title. They made it their own. For a state like Kebbi to actually have a facility for the beach game, it's seriously is something that other states like Delta State, outside Lagos State, Edo State, even Abuja. Okay, we have in Abuja here, we use the Jabi Lake. Sometimes ago, this same team came to Jabi to come and show us some skills when it comes to beach soccer, but good one for them. And let every other state also key into this and see how we can harness talents in this sport. Nigeria is so blessed with lot of talent. Okay, let's leave Kebbi State, let's leave the beach soccer now and take some results of European games in the leagues that went down last night. We have some couple of games in the EPL, La Liga, and then the Serie A. We will be starting from the EPL. Crystal Palace lost at home to Arsenal 1-0, courtesy of Odegaard's penalty, and a lot of questions has been raised. Red card for Tomiyasu. But before we go to Tomiyasu red card, now the game, Arsenal was able to start the season 100%. Back-to-back win for Arsenal.
Okay, it's not new. They did the same thing last year. Last season they did the same thing, and they lost it when it mattered most.
Yes,
so
of
it's
course.
not about how good you are when you started the race. It's how well you end the race that really matters. So, but to be honest, they started on a good note, and if you look at their team this season, I will say it. Arsenal, they are the team to beat this season, and it is their league to lose this season. What caused them the league last season is because they don't have bench, they don't have substitute, they don't have people that can come in. Now they lost the season last season not because of Gabriel Jesus that had injury, because of Saliba.
Just one man.
Just a man, a very good silent defender that does all the dirty work for them. He had injury in December, and from then, all their clean sheet record, their defense collapsed totally. But if you watch this season, even Gabriel, that has been playing like their back five all through last season, is not playing now. At times, the first match they played, Thomas Partey played from the right wing.
Yes, of course.
So that means the coach has really looked at what caused them the league last season. Now they have a very good bench. Look at when they got the red card yesterday. It changed the game also. What it did was to remove a midfielder, Gabriel Martinelli, and brought in another Gabriel. A Brazilian is coming out, another Brazilian is coming in. So what it did was to just make it to be 4-4-1. So Saka is still up there with his pace, with his speed. If there's a counter-attack, there's something that he can do very well. So they have a very compound team this time around. I hope they're not going to lose this. So I'm not really surprised that they've started. They just won two matches. They played 2 matches. They won 2 matches. Look at last season. They went unbeaten for how many games? How many games before they lost?
They start collapsing.
I hope they will not
don't repeat itself.
Let it up this time around. But I'm picking Arsenal to win the Premier League this season.
Okay, let's look at that red card. We are not referees, but no matter what, let's look at it this way. Because Arteta has also come out to complain about that red card, and he said he's not aware that maybe they've changed the rules in the EPL. But from that offense, is it a deserving red card? From your, like I said, we are not referees, but from your own point of view, is that a deserved red card for Tobi Amusan?
We are not referee, but like some of us that we have some small certificates in coaching, we know when a foul is being committed or not. So we shouldn't talk about is it a red card offense or not. The first question is it an obstruction or not? And clearly there's an obstruction. Minor or major, obstruction
is obstruction. Okay.
So minor obstruction. Does it deserve a red card? No. But Tobi Amusan is already on a yellow card. So a minor obstruction, does it deserve a yellow card? Capital yes.
Okay.
So when a player has 2 yellow cards, what happens? Red card. So I don't really understand the reason why Arteta
was complaining.
And some other Arsenal fans, they are complaining about that. It is a red card, but it's a 50-50 decision.
Okay.
The referee can decide to overlook or he can decide to give it out. Because if it is an error, the VAR will have review it and call its attention to it. So I think why are they not talking about the penalty that was waived, the Thomas Partey incident? That one also, to me, it is a penalty. It's a minor also, not a major.
Okay.
So, but the referee decided to let that go. But no, Arsenal fans, they're not talking about that. Arteta is not talking about that. But they are talking about the one that I call a deserving yellow card, because he has had one yellow card before. It has to be a red card.
Okay, it has to be a red card. Let's still have the results of the matches that went down in the top 5 leagues of Europe last night. Then in Spain, Alaves were able to come back to beat Sevilla 4-3 in a 7-goal thriller. Granada 0, Rayo Vallecano 2, and then Torino and Cagliari ended it on a goalless affair, and then Bologna lost at home to AC Milan. Good one for Samuel Chukwueze, 2-0 it ended. Sevilla, I don't know what is happening to them, back-to-back losses now in a 7-goal thriller for Deportivo Alaves, as they are called.
I think they are still enjoying the last trophy that they won. I hope it will not be too late for them
to realize,
wake up, realize, and come back to the league. But I think it's still early. They've just played how many matches now?
2 games.
2 games right now, and they still have about 36 more matches to go for it. But it is better for you to start on a very good note, not on the losing side. Your first match at home, you lost. Your second match also away you lost. So that means you are going back again to play your 3rd match at home. So that puts more pressure on you, because the supporters will be expecting results. They don't want the situation whereby you are starting your season and the first 3-4 matches you are starting on a losing note. It's not a good
okay, let's look at AC Milan. For our Samuel Chukwueze, he also started on the winning note with AC Milan. Yeah, I think I'm happy for that.
Yeah, we are all happy for that, and I think they should continue it also. The same stiff competition that we saw in Serie A last season, we're going to see the same thing this season. So that means all the teams, the AC Milan, the Inter Milan, the Napoli, the Lazio, the Juventus, the Roma, they have to really, stock it out among themselves. None of them should lose anything. As in, you don't need to lose a sleep when you're supposed to win and win convincingly, because a goal can make a difference.
Yes, of course.
Like we saw last season also. So I think it's a very good one for them.
Okay, good one for them. Okay, quickly, before we go on the show, I want you to react to these Mason Greenwood parting ways with Manchester United on a mutual agreement. But Manchester United has said they will help him through to get maybe a club. And he is looking towards Turkey.
Okay, to start with, I think it should be on record that nobody supports domestic violence or assault on women in any form. It's totally not acceptable. However, there are better ways of doing things, unlike what Manchester United
is doing to this man.
That's just the truth. I listened to Gary Neville also, and he made a lot of comments that unfortunately the Manchester hierarchy, the Manchester management that they have currently now, they don't have the grade and the ability to manage the club the way they are managing the club. Now, the court has acquitted him that no case submission on the issue. It is after that that you now started your own
investigation. And I was even surprised.
So why you starting? Is it that you don't have the trust in the crime prosecution, or what is the issue that you have to start your own after that? And you said you want to help him to get a club. If you want to help him to get a club,
let him remain there.
Is to reintegrate him back into your system. Because what you need right now is rehabilitation. This is a player that has been on suspension since January 2022.
Wow.
So this is August 2023. So we are talking about
a year plus.
Almost a year and 6 months. Now, if you really want to help him, is to integrate him back into your team. Let him be playing even as a substitute.
Maybe in the under 23s. Let him start from there.
That is how you can help him. From there, other clubs can come looking for him and tell him to go on loan. After a few months or what have you,
bring him back.
What I think they've done is to kill his career, and that is not the best way to rehabilitate or to help someone. I think Manchester United, Iraqi, they didn't handle this professionally. They didn't handle this very well. I think there are better ways of handling issues than the way they handle this.
Okay, there are better ways to handle this issue than the way they did it. I also felt so bad for the young man that is Mason Greenwood, the way Manchester United actually handled this issue. That is where we'll leave it on 360 Sports. Thanks, Olawale Peters, for doing justice to the topics on the show.
Thank you so much, Emmanuel. And how was your weekend?
My weekend went too well.
With what happened to Chelsea, you still went very fine?
Yes. Okay, that is it on the show. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. Thanks for watching.